Whether you're a new owner or your dog has lived with you for a while, your dog is part of your family and you want what's best for her. You may also need help from time to time managing her destructive or house soiling behaviors. You may have heard about crates and crate training, but you may have many questions about them. Is a crate the right choice for my dog? How do I use a crate? How do I get my dog to like a crate? What size and type of crate should I buy? In this video, we'll answer these questions and many more as we cover how to use a crate to prevent some types of destructive behaviors and how to make it a part of a complete house training plan. Though crate confinement does effectively limit destructiveness, it does not provide an outlet for pent-up energy. If your dog is going to be spending time in her crate, you need to provide plenty of opportunities for play and exercise, as well as lots of toys to chew on. We'll give you some ideas about good toys later on. It's best if you limit your dog's access to items such as shoes by puppy-proofing the house, putting things that you don't want her to chew on out of her reach, just as you would if you had a toddler in the house. So without further ado, let's join Steve and Jennifer and their new puppy Blossom as they learn firsthand how a crate can be useful.
Blossom struck again. We've had her for 3 days now and she's eating all our stuff. What are we gonna do?
Well, Steve, I think we need to get some advice on how to train Blossom better. We're going to see Dr. Morris tomorrow to get Blossom's vaccinations. Maybe we can ask him for help.
So remember, your goal is to help Blossom become a well-behaved dog. In addition to lots of positive reinforcement, it's going to be very important to manage her environment during puppyhood so she doesn't get into trouble. When you can't be around to watch Blossom all the time, it's okay to confine her for a few hours. The idea is we want to prevent her from chewing on things that she shouldn't be chewing on, like shoes. So some of the things that dogs want to chew on can hurt them.
That all makes sense, but we're worried about the idea of Blossom being in a cage.
Well, it's good that you're concerned about Blossom's best interests. If you train her properly, like we've talked about, she's going to learn to like her crate and assume that it's a safe place to get away to. It's up to you to introduce her to her crate gradually so that she can be calm, relaxed, and comfortable when you're not around.
I know we can do that, Dr. Morris. You've given us so much information. I'm sure we'll be successful.
Well, remember, the key to training is patience. Okay, let's go now. You don't want to rush into the steps that we described today. You know, Blossom's a very smart dog. Take your cues from her. She'll let you know when she's ready for the next step. A crate is one of the best management tools we have, but it's not a babysitter. You can think about it as a playpen. We want Blossom to grow out of her need to be crated all the time.
Parents getting the crate lecture?
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about it though.
Oh, don't worry. They'll do it right, and you'll love it.
I sure hope so.
Well, we'll check back with you next week. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call.
Thank you for all of your help, Dr. Morris. I think we're ready to start training Blossom now.
You bet. We're going to buy Blossom's first crate right now.
Hi there, my name's Corey. How can I help you today?
Hi, I'm Steve. This is Jennifer. This is Blossom.
Hi. We're looking for a crate for her.
Well, hey there, Blossom. How you doing? Why don't you come right back here? We've got plenty of crates. We have a great selection of crates, just about anything you'd need.
We want to get the right size for her.
Certainly, we'll get the right size for Blossom. Do you have any preferences, plastic or wire?
Our veterinarian, Dr. Morris, explained the advantages and disadvantages of each, but maybe you can tell us again.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Well, one of the advantages with wire crates are that they easily fold up. And there's a lot more air circulation passing through a wire crate. And there's a lot more vision, too. It means Blossom here can see what's going on around her.
I'd have a room with a view.
These can get pretty heavy, as you can see, especially if you're going to need a bigger one. Now, the problem is that you can't take these on planes. So if you're planning on doing any traveling with Blossom, you might want to think about that.
Corey brings up another really important issue. Safe confinement when traveling is another positive way a crate can be used, whether in the heated compartment of an airplane, a hotel room, or the back seat of a car. A familiar crate presents a positive contrast to the changing and unfamiliar environments your pet's going to be experiencing while traveling. When crated in a car, your pet is always safer in case of an accident, and also won't be able to interfere with your driving by crawling in your lap or barking in your ear or even getting in the way of the foot pedals.
I really like the way this wire crate folds up.
What about this one? I think I like this one better.
It's kind of a trade-off. Blossom's going to be better protected in this plastic crate here, say in a car accident. It doesn't quite offer the view that a wire crate does, but it does keep her warmer and drier.
I'll have my own safe place.
I think we'll go for plastic.
All right, great. Plastic it is. Let's come over here and look at some different size crates.
Let's get her something small and cozy.
How about this big one? She will grow into it. What do you think, Corey?
Well, you both have a good point. Bottom line is that Blossom here needs to be comfortable. She needs to be able to stand up, turn around, sit down, and lay down quite comfortably in her crate. This is kind of similar to the crate we were looking at earlier. It'll be perfect for her right into adulthood.
But if we get one that's big enough for her to grow into, will she sleep in the front of it and soil in the back?
Well, that usually doesn't happen. Most dogs see their entire crate as their sleeping space, unless they get frightened or if they're left in the crate too long. If it does happen your dog soils in his or her crate, what you can do is call a veterinarian, a behaviorist, or a trainer. They'll be able to help you out with that.
All right, let's get the one that fits her when she's full grown.
If Mom likes it, then I like it.
Bigger one it is.
All right, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and take this up front for you. I'll meet you at the register.
Let's go check out the toys.
There's always a chance that your dog will come to associate being crated with being left alone. To combat this, the only time that your dog should be able to chew on a special toy is when she's crated. We recommend using a goodie ship, a goodie ball, a biscuit bone, or a Kong toy. Each of these toys can be stuffed with small amounts of special tidbits. Dogs really like these toys because they have to use their natural behaviors, such as chewing, pawing, and licking to get the food from the toy.
I need to go outside. This has sure been a long morning.
Blossom needs to go outside.
That's fine. I'll stay here and put this thing together.
That was fast.
Nothing to it. You remember, Dr. Morris said to put this crate in a room where we spend most of our time. I'm just going to tie this door back. Wouldn't want to frighten Blossom.
Besides being a great tool for house training your dog, crates are also a safe place for dogs to retreat to during times of stress. Making the crate comfortable inside with a soft, fluffy towel makes a great addition. Think of your dog's crate as a piece of dog furniture. Crating your dog during your dinner time also prevents pestering and begging at the table. This will necessitate leaving the crate in an accessible location and leaving the door open when your dog is not being confined. Steve and Jennifer are doing great with Blossom. Let's chat a little bit more about using the crate during the house training process. Puppies should never be crated for longer than they can control their bladder or bowels. There will be some individual variation between puppies, but in general this might be 2 hours for a 2-month-old puppy, 3 to 4 hours for a 3-month-old puppy, and 4 to 5 hours for 4-month-old puppies. Longer absences while your puppy is crated are probably not realistic until your puppy has reached 5 to 6 months of age. In the meantime, consider coming home on a lunch break to let your puppy out, or ask a friend or neighbor to walk your puppy. Adult dogs don't need to relieve themselves as often as puppies do. Some may not need a potty break during the day, while others will. For your dog's comfort, arrange to give him one if you can. If you adopted an adult dog from a shelter or previous owner, it's still important to go through the house training process, even if the dog was previously house trained. Take your dog outside after eating, drinking, or waking up from a nap. Always reward your dog for relieving herself outside. Do not leave your dog alone for the day with a bowl of food in the crate. Water should always be available, even in a non-spill dish if necessary. Remember, the key to house training is consistency.
Properly introducing Blossom to her crate is absolutely essential. From the beginning, you'll want to associate good things with the crate. For example, enticing treats, positive tones of voice, all these things will help encourage her to go into her crate. Be patient with her. Practice until she enters her crate willingly, without any signs of reluctance. When this has occurred, you've accomplished the first step. This usually happens fairly quickly, but for fearful dogs it may take a little longer, up to several days. But to help Blossom know when it's time to go into her crate, you should use some consistent words or phrases every time you put her in her crate. Something like crate up or kennel. Just be sure that you always use the same words every time you ask Blossom to go into her crate.
Kennel.
A favorite toy, especially if it's baited with some peanut butter or cream cheese, makes an excellent positive association between the crate and that tasty surprise. Once Blossom is going in and out comfortably, try closing the door for brief periods. Don't leave the room so she'll be reassured by your presence. After a while, Blossom will learn to be calm with the door shut. Now you're ready to try leaving the room for a few minutes with her still confined to the crate. Don't push this step too quickly. Return after a minute or so and let Blossom know that you're still in the house. Continue practicing this with her in the crate for slightly longer periods. After about 5 minutes, though, you can let her out of the crate, but don't make a big deal out of it. We don't want her to feel like it's better to be out of the crate than in her crate. Practice until Blossom is okay for about 30 minutes before trying to leave the house when she's crated. Getting Blossom used to the crate before you leave the house is one of the most important steps. Not doing this will make it more likely that Blossom will become upset when you are gone.
G'day, Blossom.
Hi!
From the wag of your tail, it looks like you and your crate are getting along pretty well.
Oh, it's cool. There's a soft towel to lay on. I get treats for going in my crate. I've even taken a nap there. Mom and Dad are being really patient, and they get pretty excited when I do the right thing. Humans are so easy to please. Lots of good things have happened since I got my crate.
You are one lucky dog.
Great dinner tonight, honey.
Thanks. So how do you think it went today?
I think it went great. I mean, Blossom's already feeling comfortable and safe in her crate.
Well, do you think we ought to let her sleep in the crate tonight?
Well, she did take a nap in her crate today. I think we should give it a try. Kayla. Here you go, sweetie. Good night. You did great last night, Blossom.
I know. I only had to let her out once last night.
It's almost time for the big event. This is the first time that we're going to leave Blossom alone in her crate while we leave the house.
Okay, I'll go get her special toy.
Girl. Good girl.
We'll be back in less than an hour. Okay, let's go.
My favorite peanut butter.
Hey, did you miss us? We're back.
Wow, that was fast.
And now we're back where we started. A puppy who has been trained to enjoy her crate and be comfortable when left alone there. There is the rare dog for whom a crate just won't work. If a dog has had a previous bad experience with crating or confinement, or is diagnosed with separation anxiety, you may need the help of a knowledgeable veterinarian, behaviorist, or trainer to help overcome these problems.
Wait just 1 second, Dr. Morris isn't here. Dr. Morris, there's somebody here to see you.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you today?
Hi.
We came by to show off a little. Blossom's been doing great the past couple weeks, and she's really started to love her crate.
Great. Hi, Blossom. How are you? You're a smart puppy.
I'm a lucky puppy.